Okay, MyMathYourMath here. So, the last video I made was the first one, and it was the equation of a line passing through two given points. This was the line that we ended up finding, y equals 2x minus 3, okay? Today we're going to graph the line. I'm not going to use this thing. You're not going to do x, y. Anybody can do this. I mean, it's a lot easier to do this, I feel like, in terms of, it's just like you plug numbers in and you get numbers out, that's it. However, we can do it a lot faster. So, first things first. If the number in front of the x is negative, your graph will always be tilting this way, your line. If the number in front of the x is a positive, it will always be going this way. Okay? So you know what? Let's write that down here actually. Positive goes from left to right. Positive goes upwards, negative goes downwards. So from left to right. Okay? So positive looks like this. Negative looks like this. Okay? Alright, now we're going to go ahead and draw the graph. Okay, so first thing you do is you look at the number that's not next to the x, right? So both of these have numbers that are just hanging by themselves, and that number is -3. So -3 tells you that on the y-axis, you're going to go to the number -3 and put a dot, okay? So on the y-axis, that's 0, that's 1, so my tick marks are by ones. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's -1, -2, -3. So that's -3, so we're going to dot that guy. Okay? So you're always going to have one point here, and honestly, you just need 2 points to draw a line, that's it. So we're going to find one more point, and that's it. The slope is 2, right? So the slope being 2, you always want to write it as a fraction. So if it's not a fraction, you can write it as 2 over 1. So that means it rises 2 and it goes over 1. So rise 1, rise 2, over 1. And we have another point right here. This point is at 1 comma -1. Just so you know what point I'm drawing. This point is, of course, 0 comma -3. And the line going through that is going to be the graph of this first line. Now I'm going to explain the second line in a second. Okay. Now the only difference between the second one and the first one is the fact that the second one has a negative slope. So I wanted to draw that so you see what a negative slope looks like. And I put dotted underneath that because I'm going to dot this line to distinguish the two lines. So now from this -3, we're going to go up 2 and over 1, only now the over is the other way. So we get a point at -1, -1. That's -1, -1. And then we can draw through here. So the dotted line is this guy down here. And the solid line is that right there. And that is the graph of these two.